Guys, today I'm going to talk about pure magnesium oil from Life-Flo. I want to tell you what I used it for and some negative side effects that I also had to this. My name is Sharon and welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe below and turn on notifications to get the latest updates. Okay, so this I got for free from a friend as well as some baby clothes that she had for her kids when I was pregnant. So she sent this to me because I was complaining about bad charley horses. So at night when I was sleeping, I would get charley horses so bad that I would wake up screaming. And my husband was kind of, he had a combination between getting really pissed off at me because I was waking him up in the middle of the night and kind of feeling really bad for me because he didn't know how to help me. So, both of us were kind of frustrated and we weren't getting a lot of sleep. And I was told that magnesium can help with charley horses. I was also told that a lot of people have a magnesium deficiency, and one way you can tell if you have one, besides obviously you'd get a blood test, is if you crave chocolate. And I love chocolate. I can eat chocolate all the time. So I thought perhaps I have a magnesium deficiency since the majority of people have this deficiency. Now to use this, it says, I don't know if you can see it, but it says 100% magnesium chloride brine from the ancient Zechstein seabed. It's super concentrated. Now on the back they also say how much magnesium is in here. So for each four sprays is 660 milligrams, and which is the equivalent of 560 milligrams per teaspoon. Now what you do with this, all you have to do is simply spray it on your body. They say use 4 to 5 sprays. So I was using 4 sprays. I made the mistake of first using this at night. Now I take a shower at night. I guess my pores were open, if you believe that your pores can open, and I would put this on my arms, or I started on my stomach or my arms, my legs, and it would sting. So I really didn't use it that much when I was pregnant. So I got it for the charley horses, and once I gave birth I didn't have any charley horses anymore, and I ended up with this huge bottle. This is 8 ounces, and I didn't really know what to do with it. So I thought, oh, I'm going to try it on my daughter because, most people are deficient in magnesium. I'm trying to help her. I'm going to put it on her. And I made the same mistake of, I'd always forget when to put it on. And I was only using 1 spray at night after she took a shower, before she got in bed, and she hated it. Like, it was stinging her. So I stopped using it. I started using it on myself again. I saw that you could use it as a deodorant. So I was like, this is fantastic. Like, it's free. I already have it. It's all natural. So I was using it as a deodorant, and I used it for a long time, a couple months, even during the summer, and it worked absolutely phenomenal. Like, I didn't smell at all, even in the hottest days. I was sweating. It's not an antiperspirant. It is a deodorant. Until it started stinging. On one side, it started stinging when I was putting it on. I was rubbing it in, and I felt a lump, and I was like, this is weird. Of course, when you feel lumps, in that area in your arms, you automatically think of the worst, like cancer. And I looked carefully, and I saw that I had a huge pimple in my armpit. So I stopped using it on that side, and I was using regular deodorant on that side, and I was still using it on the other side, and I got another pimple. I finally connected the dots, and I realized this is somehow clogging my pores, and I stopped using it as a deodorant. I went back to using it again because I'm super, super cheap. Like, I have this, it's all natural, I really wanted to use it, so I started using it in the morning. Now, I take showers at night, as I mentioned, so I was using it in the morning. I was using 4 sprays, and it was pretty good. The only bad thing, if there could be a bad thing about that, it wasn't stinging anymore. I wasn't getting pimples on my arms, but I was kind of rushed in the morning, and I wasn't rubbing it in enough. Now, the issue is if you don't really rub it in enough, you're going to have these kind of dry, it's like salt. It looks like salt left behind on your arm, and it's super dry. And I didn't understand what it is at first, and then finally, again, I connected the dots, and I realized, okay, I got to rub it in more. So I like this. I have noticed, I don't have any more charley horses, but I think that was related to my pregnancy. I'm not craving as much chocolate, but maybe that's just, I'm healthier in other ways. I don't really know if this works or not, I'll be honest with you. I didn't have any tests done to say what my magnesium was before I used it. I haven't had any tests done to look at my magnesium now after I'm using it. However, I am still going to use it because I haven't had any negative side effects. Now, I know if you look online, you will find a lot of people have recipes to use this. And now here, the only things they recommend using this for is spraying it directly on yourself, on your body, and rubbing it in, or putting it into a foot soak. And they recommend 2 ounces, which is a quarter of this. There are 8 ounces in here, and soaking your feet for 20 to 30 minutes. They do not recommend mixing this and making your magnificent magnesium oil or whatever. I have seen so many poorly formulated recipes from bloggers who are not formulators. I'm not a formulator, and I know better enough not to mix this with other ingredients and not use a preservative. So if you are going to make your own magnesium oil, make sure you are using preservatives. And preservatives are fantastic because they're going to keep these natural things, which are bacteria, yeast, mold, and other things from growing inside of your product. Okay, so if you're going to use it, the safest way to use it is just using it straight. If you do want to mix it up and make some kind of lotion or whatever, look up the correct preservative so you don't end up with microscopic organisms growing into your product. And you can't always smell them and you can't always see them. Okay, that's not a scientific test. Scientific tests undergo challenge tests in a laboratory. Okay, so please give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications. See you guys later.